favorite host. It's Convo with Mr. CINO Show. Bring you the latest on the gossip and mo. Created innovative new opportunity. Reliable source to provide info like a news feed. Interviews up close and personal. With high topics, entertainment, how you want it for more. Creative content on a whole different note. Motivating, building up our future with hope. Right here on your #1 show. You hear it first like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO. You hear it first here like never before. The conversation inspirational. Convo with CINO. You now tuning with your favorite host. Right here on your #1 show. Convo with CINO.
On mic check. What's up, y'all? It's your man Corey Williams, aka CINO. We in the building, man. And I'm gonna have to put some extra. I'm gonna have to remix the song with Convo with CINO and Marsha and Christina. Cause and today, Mama, I got moms in the building, man. Shout out to Mama CINO in the building, man. But let me bring my co-host on, y'all. We ain't gonna be too long tonight. It's some folks out here hurting,
We
going through it,
hurting,
doing what they gotta
CINO.
do.
We
Huh?
hurting. We hurting out here, CINO.
Man, my people hurting, man. Hey, we finna do a telethon. We finna raise money, man.
Come on
we
now.
gotta,
Send it on over here.
we gotta do something for the people, man.
Yeah,
What's going
man.
on,
It's
Marsha?
crazy. Yeah, you're right about that intro. Let's talk about that. And man, just out here, as you can tell, I'm sitting in the car right now. A lot of us are sitting in a car nowadays trying to charge our phones and devices because we are without electricity. So yeah, we're back to the old days. We're sitting up at nighttime playing old board games, and we have our lanterns, and we gotta light the stove. Luckily, with the gas stove, if you have a gas stove still, you gotta light the
Yeah, you winning.
stove with the little
Yeah,
what
you still
lighter.
winning.
We winning.
Yeah. You
Yes,
winning if you got that gas. But you know what? If you got a grill, you winning too. Cause you just go out
that's
there and
right.
you get
That's
you some
right.
charcoal, or if
Hey,
you got the
look.
propane, I got the propane. I could just turn that joint,
It's about
and cook.
survival. You gotta know how to survive. So we're good. Thank God I had the car gassed up before this, and I get to, I don't have to drive around right now looking for an open gas station. So let's just talk about it. Yeah.
Man, look, hold on. I got a quick little video, man, for the people who, don't know, man. I found this video online today. So this is what my people going through. I had to go pick up my mom. My mom lives in Gary. So my mom is with me tonight. And we've been having a good time, man. Shout out to, Mama Williams, man. But let's check this video out.
There were so many down trees today in Gary, specifically the Glen Park area and also Pulaski. So many, like every street. What I captured is not even the half of what we saw. Literally, there were so many street closures, so many detours because every single street had down trees in Gary. If y'all are in Gary, please be careful. This cleanup is going to take a while. I didn't see a whole bunch of damaged homes. I saw some, like they are out there for sure, but these trees everywhere. All down 65. Oh my gosh. It's in Gary. It's in Valpo, Portage. Portage was a mess. Like, y'all, that tornado came through there.
But the question is, would we consider that a tornado?
The
You
news,
know,
the meteorologist them considers them tornadoes.
really? Okay.
So yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. They
Okay.
uh they said, I think today, they said it's been like close to over 200 tornadoes like this year, just like in between Indiana, Illinois.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's it's just unfortunate. I really hear Gary and the Northwest Indiana is really bad. I just seen where they said 300,000 people are without power,
Yeah, yeah.
and
This is
and that's
history. This is a
today.
record
That's
breaking.
that's
Yeah.
right now. So
Yes.
let alone it was it was like I think it was almost half a million. Before something like the quarter. No, it was quarter million. They were reporting, but
Yeah.
now it's 300. So it had to be more than that.
Yeah. This is record breaking. This is definitely a historical moment. Not a good moment, but it's happening, and we're dealing with it. And the kids just started. I know for my kids, they just started school yesterday. One of them, and the school, the lights were out. Had to go pick them up, and now they won't be back until next week. So it's weird times. I had a busy weekend, and soon as I got back, I wasn't even home
Did
full.
yes, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about that too.
I will say, flying back though, it was kind of strange. When you up in the air and you see all those clouds and stuff, look like they look so fluffy and cute. But I was a little
so
concerned
so where
because,
where where
yeah.
where were you at? Where were you coming from?
Oh, I was coming from Atlanta. Oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh,
what
yeah, that
oh,
place. That
oh,
place.
oh, y'all see this? Y'all see
Who
she just
that?
dipped out, just left her co-host, went to
Mm,
Invest Fest,
mm.
yeah, we're gonna let that marinate for a while
Okay.
for the peoples. For the
Okay.
peoples. No, no,
Yeah.
shout out co-host. Now you did your thing, girl. You look nice. You look
Thank
very, very
you.
lovely.
Thank
Stunning.
you. Thank you,
Yeah,
co-host.
yeah. And then you end up running. I ain't even get all your stuff because I know you're gonna come with a reel. But
Yes, you know it.
I had to throw this one out there. You was with the with the
Big
biggest.
Meech.
Call me Larry Hoover, whipping work. Hallelujah. One nation under God, real making money from the start. What's up, man? That's how you
Yeah.
that's how you feel, huh?
I mean, you gotta do it sometimes. It's only
Yeah.
necessary. But yeah, Big Meech.
And that's one of many, I don't, that's one of
Yeah.
many photos,
Yes.
but
Yep.
that one of the biggest, in the game. So
That's
shout
right.
out to Big Meech, man. So tell us a little bit about Invest Fest and what you had going on.
Well,
I
I've
mean,
been.
just sum it up because yeah, from what I hear and see, it was just amazing. So,
It was. It was. So this year they sold over 31,000 tickets. And those tickets were not cheap. Okay. A VIP
yeah.
pass will cost you $2,500.
Oh,
Yes. A regular ticket, maybe $200-300, I think. And it was packed in there. I've been going to InvestFest since the first year, and never had they had to have two rooms for overflow. For the crowd, so they were prepared to seat all of these people because it's a big place out there at the convention center. I can't remember the name of that one specifically, but it's big, and it was a great turnout nonetheless. I loved it. Again, I've been going since year one, and it's great to see that it's still growing, and people are they're chimed in, they're tuned in, they're looking for that knowledge, they're looking to network, and they're hungry for it. So these are the places that I love to see our people in. These are the rooms that we should be in. And
yeah.
forget all the naysayers. Every time there's something good going on, there's always going to be naysayers, whether it's good or bad. And I've been seeing a lot of that online, but that's only expected.
Yeah. I mean, I say if they ain't talking about you, you ain't doing it right. You ain't doing it big
That's
enough if people ain't
right.
talking. If
That's
everybody's saying you doing it, cheering for you,
you know
you ain't doing it enough.
what I've been learning a lot lately is that people gonna hate if they're not the ones who came up with the idea.
Yeah.
They're not gonna support it. You know, they're not going to support something that they don't have anything, they don't have no part. But that's not everybody. There's a certain type of people that's like that. And you know,
Yeah,
you just keep doing your thing, you know, forget them. Um,
yeah,
that's why, you know, so many reasons why you have to keep your dreams, your desires to yourself, because you never know who you sharing it with. What God has for you is for you, and it's not for everybody else to understand. You just do it and you execute. You don't have to share with everybody else. You share with God. That's the only
yeah.
person, because you know there's a lot of haters out there. That's all I have to say. You know, CINO, we talked about this last week. Things that they don't
Yeah,
understand, they'll criticize.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess we just got to embrace the hate, at certain,
Oh
but be
yeah,
mature about it. But
that's
we
right.
have to be mature. Mature hate is different than immature hate. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
and when I say mature hate, like look at these guys, you know.
Yes,
So we talked about this last week before you went, how the mayor of Atlanta got on social media and talk. And I figured that these guys were going to work it out because, you know, it's too much professionalism, too much money on the table. They're not rappers, they're not entertained, they don't get paid to beef. They're not
right.
selling records to beef. So I figured they would come together.
That's right.
And this was beautiful. I love to see that. So what was the energy like in the room when the mayor of Atlanta came out?
Well, I actually missed that part, but you know
Okay.
what I would like to say about that is, you know, you're setting an example. We have to learn how to work collaboratively. You know, yeah, there's going to be times where there are disagreements, but how are we going to fix that? And for them to not come together during this event, during this time, and nip it in the bud, then what would have happened in the years to come? How many people would that had affected? It's, you know, we can only show by example, and I think that they did a great job with doing that. They came together, whatever they talked about behind the scenes with the mayor as far as the future years to come. You know, hopefully we see some more great things happen. And you know, it's happening right there in Atlanta. Hopefully at some point they'll be able to spread it, you know, in different places, but Atlanta is definitely a great place to be, to have it. So good to see so much melanin in the room, you know?
Man. So what was a highlight for you?
Mm,
I
let's
mean, I'm
see.
sure it's so many, but.
Yes. The highlight for me, I don't know if you know this, but you know, I was a tennis player back in the, well, I still play tennis. Tennis was
Okay.
my thing. And
I could see that. I could see that. You got the
okay.
you got the, physique.
Okay. Yes. So tennis was my thing. And you know, around that time when I was playing tennis, I really wanted to go pro. And you know, that's when Serena and Venus was coming out. And so that was one of the highlights to see Serena Williams speak. She was on one of the last major panelists on Sunday, and just to
Okay.
share her experience, and just talk about her becoming an entrepreneur, and just and being in that industry as the only Black woman, because every industry we're there, and we have our struggles, and there are times that we would love to see other people that look like us be able to succeed in those spaces. And tennis was not always a thing for Black women. I mean, you had women, I can't remember her name. Forgive me for not having
Oh,
my
I know
history
you. I
together.
know you're talking about. She had like the funny name, like almost
Yeah.
like a. Yeah, I know you're
Yeah,
talking
I
about. I
can't
can't
even
think
think
of it.
of it right now, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that she was one, right? And then now you're
yeah.
seeing more and more Black women succeed at tennis. And I love it, you know. So we're definitely changing things. So Serena Williams was one. I was backstage at one point with Nick Cannon and Steve Harvey. And you know, just seeing the demeanor, you know, and just when you hear them talk, um, you know, they're not just talking just from, you know, whatever sounds good. They're talking from experience, especially Steve
Yeah.
Harvey. I've heard his story about his struggles and how he made it, and it teaches you a lesson that everybody has to start somewhere. You don't always start out with money. you have to work hard to get to where you need to be, and just learn those lessons along the way. You'll be okay, but it's not always going to be easy, that's for sure. But yeah, just being there in the room was the greatest experience. The energy, that
So
was it for me.
would you say this was the best one,
um
or would you say, or I mean, it gets better and better.
It
Would you say
does. It
that?
gets better and
Okay.
better because every year they have somebody, big. I think the last time I went, they had 50 Cent. I enjoyed
Right.
him.
Yeah.
You were there,
Yeah.
and this it gets better, bigger and better, and also the marketplace.
Did Ti harass you this time? Did Ti mess with
No,
you?
I didn't see Ti this time. You mean I didn't harass him? You mean
Yeah, you
yeah?
ain't harassed.
I
As a
didn't.
matter of fact, hold on. Let's check this out. Chicago morning takeover.
I get money, I'm a star. I get money, I'm a star. お金稼ぐ俺らはスターお金稼ぐ私はスター
So
Yeah,
a little throwback. That was
that was the throwback. Oh my gosh.
that was the year before. That was the year before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the year before.
That wasn't the video where you saw me really harassing him. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
when you know what, I wasn't harassing him. It was just all entertainment. So yeah. I didn't see him this year though. But I
Okay.
saw a lot of good people though. And a lot of people that I see all the time when I go, and it's always good it's like a family reunion every year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, me and Dwight, we was kicking ourselves. I'm still kicking myself. I'm like,
Are
okay.
you? You should.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kicking
Yeah.
myself.
And the marketplace was nice this year also. So, there
I
were a
seen the money
lot of
machine. Yeah, I seen a few people had the money machine. I was like, I told Dwight, I'm like, yeah, they own it.
yeah, they're on it. Yeah, a lot of great vendors. That place is big. So just walking around and seeing the vendors and just being able to pick up stuff, it's nice. So I would suggest
Yeah.
anybody, if you only go one time, that's good. But just go and experience it. You never know what you might walk away with.
And I was happy. Actually, one of my coworkers, man, shout out to my man Johnny Boucher, from Ford. Shout out to Ford Motor Company. He took his son for
Hmm.
his son actually follows, Market
Really?
Mondays, right?
Okay.
And so I would mess with Johnny every Monday at work. Cause I'm all, we'd be talking. I'm like, man, I'm watching, I can't talk, bro. I'm listening to Market Mondays. So I had him listening to it over the few weeks, and he ended up taking his son, man, and they had a great time. His son made some
Yeah.
great contacts. So I think he hooked up with Ross Mack. I don't know if you're familiar with Ross from Chicago,
No.
but he does a summit called Maconomics.
Okay.
So his name is Ross Mack, black guy,
Okay.
and he's actually been on Earn Your Leisure. He may have been on one of the panels up there, but
Okay.
yeah, man, made some good contacts. Yeah, so I
Well,
was proud I was able to have an impact on especially a father and son, man, and
yes.
for them to share that experience. So
And I
shout out to
saw a
my
lot
man
of
Johnny.
that. Yeah, shout out to him. And I saw a lot of parents bring their kids this year. I said I would take my son, and maybe next year. It's great exposure for them. But I did see a lot of
Plus,
kids there.
you be using your son for the cameraman too. So
Gotta put them to work. Honey.
Hold on. Let me say production assistant. That's
Okay. You
the
gotta you
PA.
gotta you gotta elaborate, gotta give it a nice title to it. You can't just say
Yeah,
one thing,
yeah,
production. The
Pro-
executive production
yeah,
manager or something like that. Yeah, you just gotta,
yeah.
yeah.
You gotta, get them
Yeah,
ready for the, big
that's right.
business.
Right.
We ain't doing little thing. We got big things popping.
That's right.
You
And
know,
speaking of Market Monday, Ian Dunlap, He is one of our almost hometown own. He's from East
Yeah,
Chicago,
shout out to E.
Indiana,
Yeah, he
and
always shout out GI. Yeah,
he sure does. So the opening for his when he got on stage on Sunday, it was like one of those he was entering a boxing ring, and so when they did announce it, they did include the East Chicago. He never not claimed East Chicago, Indiana. Okay.
yeah.
But he came in with he went hard with it, a lot of great tips. So hey, this is knowledge that I won't say it was free, but you paid to get in there, and they're
But
giving
you
you.
gotta pay. You gotta what you get. I don't care. Like the tickets were like $2.99, something like that.
Mm,
General admission, whatever. That's nothing to get
yeah,
around to get in the room with those type of individuals. It's
right.
nothing. It should be more. I'm used to going to conventions. It should be more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, yeah, they
yeah.
for what they charging, the basic ticket should be 2,500.
It may be
Promise you.
one day. It
That's
may
but
be.
that's what I'm saying.
And
They're literally giving this information away.
yep,
So man, shout out to Earn Your Leisure, man. Them my guys, man.
that's right.
The whole crew.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
hey, well, I'm glad next year you better not come with no excuses of why you can't be there,
Yeah,
Sino.
I ain't got no. I really didn't have no excuse this year.
Oh,
Honest.
okay.
I,
Well,
I mean, technically.
mm. Well, shame on you. Yeah. Yeah. Wipe this sweat off your forehead.
That ain't sweat. That shine. I keep telling you that
Oh, my
shine.
bad. Oh,
That ain't.
okay.
I don't sweat. I shine.
Mr. Clean,
That's
Mr.
the God.
Clean.
That's the God shine. I can't look. If I wipe it off, hold on. If I wipe it off, it's just gonna come right back. That's how I know it's shine. You know what I'm saying? When something shines, you can't unshine it. You know?
Child, come on now. Come on.
Oh man. So you got all so you had this amazing weekend,
That's right.
and so you came back Sunday.
That's right. No, I came back Monday.
Okay, you came back Monday morning, Monday evening, what?
It was Monday morning. No. Yeah, it was Monday morning. Came back, did a few things, had to get prepared to do a show for one of my clients. So we did the show. The storm happened yesterday. So yeah, I just, of course, none of us were
Oh,
prepared.
oh yeah. It did happen yesterday, right? So I worked Monday night. I'll go to work Monday night. I'm watching Earn Your Leads. I'm watching Market Mondays, and shout out to these guys because even after that event, these dudes come back and still do. That's why I said I can't. No, the show must go on.
That's right.
They had every excuse in the world to not to. I mean, and they could have got a pass, like not to do it Monday, but they still did this
And
show.
look at me. See, I'm glad I showed up tonight.
Hold on, I
Can't
gotta,
let
I gotta
can't,
drop, I gotta drop the bombs for you. I gotta drop the bombs for you. Hold on, what a bomb at? Hold on, I'm gonna drop the
I'm sitting in
horn.
my car for the first time ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I asked you, I said, I know what you're going through. Like you gonna be able to make it. You like, internet, blah 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 blah. You like, hey, I'ma still hop on. I was like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah. I thought
yeah,
about it, I was like, no, you know what? Shoot, it ain't me sitting there ain't gonna do nothing. So, let me go ahead and get my phone situated and I'll be there. So this is where we at
yeah,
with it because, it was a lot of a lot of things to catch up on and talk about. And next week will be too late. So
yeah, yeah. We
things
gotta
happen in life. You
capitalize.
got to keep it moving. When the storm come, what you gonna do? You gonna sit there and just lay around and cry about it, or you're just gonna keep moving through it. So you just gotta keep moving, keep on
Yeah,
moving. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. But so Tuesday, took my son to school, um, did a few things after I dropped him off. And then the next thing you know, as soon as I took my laptop to start working, took it out, I keep getting these alerts on my phone and I'm just swiping them off. I'm like, man, I wish they stopped sending this. Okay, whoop de doo. I'm thinking, wait a minute, forgive me, Lord. But I'm like, man, we all right over here, Gary. I like it's just gonna be a little rain, it's gonna fly by. And then my son, my oldest son, he come in there and he's scared. He like, Mom, we need to go to the basement because it's 11 o'clock in the morning and it's dark outside. And I got a little video of it. I should have sent it to you, but you know, it's dark outside, the wind starts blowing, then it starts raining really hard, and then it really starts pushing, look like hurricane outside. And the tree across the street from me, I can show you. Let's see. If you can see, if you can see that, the tree in front,
Oh,
can you see that?
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Big
So,
tree.
yeah, it was like the storm is happening, but we didn't hear, we don't see the results until I didn't hear a tree fall. I was like, dang, that tree fell. And then there are all these trees in the area. As you drive down, every street is almost blocked with trees in the street. It looked like a rug. You just lift it up.
Wow.
And
Well,
down the
well,
alleys,
that's what
everywhere
they
you look.
said. That's what they said about the lady who got killed in Portage. Her house. Did you hear about the lady's house? Well, you probably ain't,
No,
if
what
you
did
ain't
they
seen it
say?
on her house exploded. She died.
Why did it explode though?
I don't know. Storm and gas or some type of. They said it looked like the house lifted up. So kind of like what you said. Like I don't
Mm,
know, exactly what happened, but there is a fatality. So, you know,
wow.
man, y'all be careful out there because you burn, and a lot of people, you burning, you trying to burn stuff, generate. They talking about the generators, how the fire department's been coming out for people even with generators because they, been overheating and
Oh wow.
smoking and things like that. So you just got to be careful, man. And like you said, like burning gas, maybe she was trying to light the stove and forgot to cut the gas off. I don't know.
Interesting. But it
You know what
seemed
I'm
that,
saying?
yeah, it happened so quick for her though, unfortunately. It seemed like
Yeah, yeah.
because, we didn't get to that point till later on to where we have to, maybe it was the generator, who knows?
I
Um,
don't know. I don't know. But
but
it
yeah,
was in Portage. It was in Portage though.
yeah, I saw that. I
And
did see that on social media, and I'm learning new stuff now. I'm like, okay, I wasn't necessarily prepared with the generator. They have solar powered generators that you could buy. That would be good. So that's in the future, just in case something like this happens again. I'll be better prepared with having things in my house that's necessary, other than sitting in the car trying to charge my phone. But it works. Thank
nah,
God.
man, who's prepared? Like who's thinking about this type of stuff until it happens? I mean, let's
Right.
just be honest.
Yeah. And like
Yeah,
I
I
was
know.
saying, I knew something was weird when I was flying back on Monday. In the clouds, it was like they were very thick. And I was like, dang, is he gonna be able to land this plane? Because you flying above the clouds. It's like, dang, what's going on? Is this a good time to be flying? Something was brewing, and they were very low also. So it was really strange. Everything, things is happening all over. Even in Arizona, they've been having monsoons back to back. So
Mm,
yeah, it's definitely crazy times, but you just pray through it.
yeah. So my story was, like I said, I worked Monday night, and then so I slept. So I watched the news before I went to bed. It's like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So
Mhm.
I normally get me like a few hours of rest, but I was kind of tired. So I watched the news and they was talking about, thunderstorms and, some storms, but they weren't really talking about tornadoes. So I go
Yeah.
to sleep. I wake up and my aunt's calling me like, man, your mom, blah blah blah. With the power is out. So I'm about an hour away. Normally, regularly, an hour away. It took me like 2 hours to get there
What?
because everything was shut down. Highway. I mean,
Wow.
I had to drive over curves to get around tracks. Everything was just out. It was crazy. As a matter of fact,
Ooh,
this is her block right here. This is her street.
mm,
You can't even get down the street.
wow. Yep.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of
yeah,
that. I drove through
yeah.
Miller yesterday some, and it was, oh my gosh, Miller is filled
Oh,
with trees, right?
oh my God, yeah. Man, shout
Yeah.
out to my boy Shaw, man. His garage is gone.
Oh
His
wow.
brother's car was in there. Car, they got yeah. So
Mm,
shout out to Shaw, man, from Shaw's nightclub.
wow.
Um, yeah, yeah, he lives out there in Miller. Um,
Yeah, Miller
oh
was a
man.
mess.
So
So we
no
got a lot of
gas.
cleanup to do.
People yeah, people can't get gas. Um,
Yes.
food is spoiling. Um,
So what
no
do we need to
power.
do? The advice that we have, I know, like, some people, they get their coolers and put ice in it. So the perishable things you could put inside of a cooler with some ice, you could keep that, good. And then, otherwise, as far as gas, they do have certain gas stations in the area. I don't know exactly. I've been seeing it on social media a little bit of people telling us different locations, maybe in Hammond. I know K Caesar had mentioned somewhere out in Hammond, and or just
This
driving
is
to Illinois.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Um, this is just,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
This,
drove. I got off on Grant Street, from the toll road, and when I
by
got
me.
off,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, okay, right. So I couldn't go down Buchanan and Grant Street. Around that area was trees were in the street there, so I barely got around there.
Mhm.
Um, and then, like I said, when I got to my mom's house, you can't go down her street. So luckily, I was able to get to her. Her house was okay. Um, yeah, it's just, but no power.
No
Nobody has
power.
power.
No.
So
We
this is
coming
just
over your house, CINO. Forget it. We going to your house. Tell Mama Williams to move on over. Tell Christina to move on over.
I'm
What do you?
gone. I'm gone. You
I'm
lost me.
like, what? What?
You lost me.
The
I can't hear
audacity!
you. You breaking up. You breaking up. I can't hear
Oh,
you.
I see how you are in tough times. Okay, all right. We all know how CINO gonna be. He over there with his fridge filled with food, and he over there
Hold on.
comfortable.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Look. Hold on. No, no, no. I got love. I got love for my
No,
number
no,
love,
man.
y'all. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, okay. I
Honestly.
bet you do.
Man, shout out to my neighbor. Shout out to my neighbor, man. She just hit me up on Facebook like, I don't have no power. I'm like, oh no. So it's people out here with no power
In
too. So
Illinois
believe
too.
me,
Yep.
it ain't just Indiana.
Yeah.
I drove down the street and they didn't chop this wood. They didn't chop these things up so quick though, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, the chainsaw business is booming right now.
That's what I was saying. Yep.
I need I need to
Uh-huh.
start making chainsaws for real.
Ah, hey, there's a need for a lot of things. You got to find there's never should be a reason why you can't make money. And this is one of
Yeah,
those times. So
yeah.
definitely. Well,
Very
it's
unfortunate.
the sun. Hey, it was so dark last night, I'm like, it felt like we was in the South. There was not a street light anywhere on. It felt so weird. We walking down
Oh
the
my
street with
God.
lanterns, you know. It was pitch black outside. I was just like, man, this
Jeez.
uh-huh.
So I even hear like City Hall is down. Like
Yeah.
every Like that's crazy.
Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
mean, I hear like everything is it's just unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
I ain't never
But
seen
you know
I ain't never
what? This
seen
is
nothing like this for
the
real.
last
This
time
this
I saw, I wouldn't compare it necessarily to COVID, but that was another one of those
ooh,
times where we were all
ooh,
just sitting around like, okay, we gotta improvise. Everybody going to the stores, they're fearful of what's next. We
yeah,
can't go outside, and I mean we had electricity though, but you know,
yeah.
it,
No,
it
I know what you mean. Yeah, it's comparable to that. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the mayor has he has stated that this is now a
State of
local emergency.
emergency.
Yeah, state of
State
emergency.
of emergency. Yeah.
Right. So, all right, where the National Guard at?
I mean, and unfortunately, the criminal mind is thinking, you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah,
so you got to be careful
be
around these
safe.
times
That's
too.
right.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like a purge mentality, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people wasn't didn't have no electricity before this. You know what I'm saying? Some people didn't have
Hmm.
no food before this. Some people didn't have things before this.
That's
So
right.
now, you know, everybody's on a kind of equal playing scale. And
Yep.
so you got to be careful, you got to be mindful, y'all be safe out there. Lock your doors,
Hmm.
all that, if
When
you
the sun go down, you better stay inside. That's
man,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Lock
yeah.
up everything.
Yeah,
Yep. The
it's
sun about to go down here in a minute. See, well, the daytime is about to leave. This is like out of a
yeah,
movie. So
yeah.
we gotta hurry up, get inside so that we can be
Well,
comfortable.
but the thing with you though, ain't no, you good because you got connection, big. I don't think no. Hold on, I, I don't think nobody gonna mess with you no more. They can't pick on you. They can't pick on you no more. You know what I'm saying? You make a phone call. Hey,
Big
Meech, I need you to
Meech. Oh.
Big Meech. So what's up with Big Meech? Did you talk to him or what was up with Meech, man?
I
Or
talked to him for a little bit.
okay,
He was cool. He was really cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. His teeth was definitely shining, shining, shining. He
Okay.
got out
Okay.
and oh, didn't they have a video of him getting his teeth done when he got out or something? He had new teeth.
Yeah,
But
I ain't really.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
look
think I
good.
may have seen something. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Um.
he was there the entire weekend though, so he did get around a little bit. I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah.
So I'll list everyone that I did run into. I have a photo with Angela Simmons. She has
Okay.
her own brand out of body, not cosmetics, but lotion and things like that. And what was the other guy? I can't even think of his name. So Nick Cannon, Steve Harvey, Jagged Edge. They performed at the Black
Yeah.
Tie event, and yeah, there was a lot of, if you didn't look, if you're not looking, which, just, it could just happen. You could just randomly look up and you'd be right. That's always in Atlanta though, right? Because
Right.
soon as
Right.
I got off my flight getting there, I went to the restroom and as I was walking to the stall, Nivea walked out the stall. And
Oh
so we
wow.
kind of made, I
Okay.
was like, wait a minute, is that Nivea? We made eye contact. So I went to the same stall that she had just came out of. That's, that's just where I went, not because she was in
Okay.
it, but
Okay.
but shout out
All
to
right.
her because I think recently she had been diagnosed, and I'm hoping I'm not incorrect with this, but leukemia. So
Mm. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Mm.
prayers up for her and her health.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Absolutely.
if you're not
Absolutely.
looking there, you definitely could run into anybody. So
Yeah. I seen the locks. The locks did performed or did something.
oh, Ronnie Devo from
Yeah,
Velvet
Ronnie. I
Devo.
seen him there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
was
seen him there.
he popped. Yep, he was sitting close to where I was, and that was a nice vibe. He got up and he sang a little bit, So
Yeah.
yeah. All right,
Well,
Sino, you
as they
messing
say,
around, man. I told
this
you
too
be out
shall
there.
pass. This
Yeah,
too shall
it should
pass.
pass.
Yes.
That's right.
Power will be back restored. I'm praying for all my people out there because my mamas is expensive. I got two women over here now. I got
Oh my
Christina
God.
and mom over here. So,
Oh my
they
gosh.
you know, yeah.
You live in a single man life over there, and now you talking about it's
I
expensive. Get
I
out of
got two
here.
women, and I gotta treat two of them now. Like, ooh,
That's right. That's
like
right. Good.
when this power getting back on? Let me call NIPSCO, man. All right, mama.
I'm coming over
Mama, mama,
too. Down there,
mama
I
thinks
sleep on.
she thinks she got a personal butler over here or something. Like,
Yes, she do. She changed your
yeah,
diapers, brother.
yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Well, look, we ain't gonna be long. I'm gonna let you go. Thanks for jumping on. I know
That's right.
got some things in the middle of a crisis, so I appreciate you. And of course, call me if you need me. We'll talk. So, all
And
right,
I'm accepting all charitable donations for
that's right.
this.
Yeah. Well, I got your cash app. Hold on, let me give it to the people. Let me put it out there. So it look like hold on, let me see. Let me you see what is it. Yeah, if you want to donate,
If you want to
okay.
donate, you know,
Where it's what is it?
you don't know my cat.
Shoot. Marshall House.
That's it. That's me. It's
Marshall House Cash App.
yes.
That's just what it say. Oh, $ Marshall House.
Dollars. Everybody know that dollar
Dollar
sign come
sign,
first.
Marshall Laos. If you want to donate to the Marshall Laos Foundation of Power, the NIPSCO Foundation, feel free.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna give back. I'm putting together something to give back to the community. We got some people to feed around here, make sure everybody's straight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me know
Mm-hmm.
what we can do.
Okay.
So I'm with it. I'm always with it.
Yes, sir. All
All right,
right.
my sister.
All
Hey,
right. It's getting dark
God bless
outside.
you.
Pray for me. Prayers for
Yep. Oh,
everybody
I
else,
got you. I'm praying for everybody, the whole community. Love
All
y'all,
right.
man. All right.
Much love. Thanks, Sino.
Yeah. All right. All right, y'all. So man, thanks for, tuning in. I know it's rough for a lot of people, so appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in. And of course, hey, let me just hit y'all with this before I get up out of here. It's the back to school special, August special, $97 a month for 3 months, for four rounds for 4 months, and $3.99 one time. So I'm gonna help you out, get your credit done. This is what I do. So we remove all negative items, inquiries, late payments, all these things that affect your credit score. We're going to get that removed. We're going to write the dispute letters. And yeah, you could do it on your own, but guess what? We know what's working. I could change my own oil, change my brakes, whatever. I can cut my grass, but I pay people to do a professional job to get it done right. So let me do this for you right, so you can really maximize that beautiful 700, 750, 800 credit score. All right, so tap in on with CINO Solutions for your credit. And of course, she got out, but I'm gonna promote, of course, tune in to the Voice of Northwest Indiana, WLTH 92.7 FM, 1370 FM. Make sure you tap in for all the shows, all the things they got going on there. They got some mixes now. They just, we everything is elevating. Everybody elevating right now. So we want you to elevate with us. So keep it locked to Convo with CINO with Live, Marsha, and of course WLTH. So, hey man, it's been real. I'm gonna go get with baby girl and mama in there, You know, they think they got a like I said, personal chef, personal butler, you know, which, you know, I am. I take care of my girls, man, my two favorite girls. We've been having a good time. So, you know, everything happens for a reason. You know, all things work together for the good for those that love the Lord. So again, y'all take care and man, be safe out there. I'm praying for y'all. Y'all pray for me. And man, appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in each and every week. It's your man Corey Williams, aka CINO, and my co-host Marsha Lives. You've been tuned in to another Wednesday night of Convo with CINO and Marsha Live. I'm out. Bam.
If you're looking to advertise, sponsor, or be a guest on Convo with CINO to talk about your business or event, or you have a powerful story or testimony, email info@convowithcino.com or visit www.convowithcino.com.